Hello, inflation fighters. Thank you for joining me, the Penny Nanny, where we watch over every cent. So today's Friday, and we're going to go over the meal plan, and then we'll just talk about a few other things. So let's get started. So we're going to have grilled pork chops with a pasta salad on the side, all pantry. We're going to have grilled hamburgers with crispy crowns, which you'll see in an upcoming pantry haul. Baked chicken, and I think I might either do a lemon pepper or I might look for a different thing, but it's portions of chicken breast that we got from a pantry that still have the skin on them, so you can kind of bake it like a whole chicken, and you put the I always put the seasoning underneath the skin and on top of the skin, just to get some good stuff in there. So we're gonna have that with mashed potatoes, and that'll be for Sunday. And my husband's on call, so all of this is flexible. One night we're having leftovers. Another night we're gonna have nachos made with leftover meats that we've had from various dinners. I had some cornflake. Remember when we did the cornflake chicken recipe? I had done some plain, so I stuck those in some enchilada sauce and put them in the freezer, so I can just pull them out of there, shred it up, and put it on the nachos. And then this is the week, as long as my husband doesn't have jury duty, that we're gonna celebrate our anniversary. Just being tourists in the county, we're gonna stop and look at apples, maybe taste test some different varieties. We have tons of cheese shop. We're gonna just do the tourist thing. We can get samples all day long of different things. Get a pumpkin to carve, that kind of stuff. And then I think I mentioned this before, but I have a gift certificate I received from a very nice restaurant here, and we're gonna try to get everything to go and have that for our dinner. So we'll probably be having steak. So that'll be delicious. Come home, eat a candlelight dinner, watch a movie, it'll be nice. Then for our dessert this week, I'm gonna make cupcakes, and I'm gonna do a how to make chocolate frosting from scratch video. And I'm gonna use that for the top of the cupcakes. And then our appetizer is going to be deviled eggs, and I'm sure you've made those a million times. But yeah, so that's the menu plan for this week. So let's talk about some other things that are going on. I saw a video by someone that I follow. His name is Southern Prepper. Southern Prepper 1, excuse me, on YouTube. And he was telling a story about how he tried to take out some money from his bank, and he got like interrogated almost about what he was going to do with the money. Was the money going to be safe and everything else? What did he need the money for? And his answer was simply, that's my money. So I'm just making you aware of that situation in case you have a bigger bank. He banks with Bank of America. Some stuff got set up when he was in the military, and he's always banked there. But he was ready to pull his money out after this situation happened. So it makes sense to me that he would do something like that. But they did end up giving him the money, but it's just, I don't know if they didn't have it on hand or why. It just didn't make any sense. So just be aware that your bank, if you bank with a national bank, this might be an issue. And we are already looking ourselves, thinking about this, maybe joining a credit union or a local bank. And we only have one option for a local bank and one option for a credit union here. So we're going to look at their financial records and see how they're doing, and then decide if we're going to move our money. Because right now we're with a national bank, and we'd like to move our money out of there. It just feels like a better thing to do. Plus, you know, you're banking with people that are actually in your community, so they have a vested interest in the success of your community. Now, I want to talk about shrinkflation. Do you remember? I probably brought this up once before, and it's less volume in the same packaging, or it is the same amount of product but more expensive. But shrinkflation is happening everywhere. I've seen it. I bought a box of Townhouse crackers because they're my son's favorite crackers, and the box was so small. I couldn't believe it. And for the price they were charging, it was crazy. But don't be surprised to see that happening much more often too. And then I wanted to talk about the quality of packaging. It's one thing we noticed since this whole thing started. Bags are harder to open and reseal, or it really just seems to be the packaging or the product itself. For example, like some cheese slices I got from that local store here using the vouchers. It was sliced cheese, and it basically crumbled when you tried to pull a slice out. So, I mean, if you're looking for that, I would just buy shredded cheese if that's what I wanted. So, it's something to consider when you make a purchase. You know, if you're making a sandwich and you want a slice of it, you know, you're gonna maybe have to bump up the quality of what you're buying. And sometimes, you know, like pantry items I never complain about because it's like, this is a blessing. But you know, because I was recovering and I missed a bunch of pantries, we've had to make purchases for groceries this week. Some purchases for groceries. Also, I had talked a while back about going from having a tall garbage can to a smaller garbage can and just using the bags you get from the store as your trash bags. Well, I can't find a single one that isn't ripped. I mean, they just rip, and you know, they can tear, the paper bags tear, and we use those in our fireplace, in our fire pit. But it's just amazing to me. It's like I'll go through a whole thing of groceries and there isn't anything that doesn't have a rip or a cut or a tear, you know. So that idea went out the window. And also, I started an Instagram account, which is going to be posted in the description along with my Patreon information there. And I mainly did it because you can live stream on there. So I'm going to practice doing that and see what happens. I might do it when I make the frosting. We'll see. But at any rate, so it'll be listed in there. And so far I've only got like 2 posts or something like that on it. So it's not that much, but anyway. So that's pretty much it. The weekend is supposed to be beautiful here in Wisconsin. It's probably going to be the last time we hit the 70s this year, or close to it, if the weather people are accurate. So far, the temperatures today were supposed to be a lot higher than they've become. So we'll see what happens with that. But you know, we're just going to try and make the most of it and be outside as much as we can. You know, I know some people are probably even going to hang their Christmas lights out right now because it's so nice. But usually in November you get 1 or 2 nice days where you can do that. So we're going to hold off on that for a little bit. It's not even Halloween yet, so. But yeah, that's kind of our plan, just to hang out and enjoy the weather while we have it. And maybe we'll do a fire pit, you know, depending on how early it is for me, because I've been a girl who's going to bed at 9 o'clock and getting up at 4 in the morning, which is good because I'm very active in the morning. I like to do things in the morning, so that works out pretty good for me. And welcome to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate you checking out the channel and subscribing, and I hope I can provide for you more of what you're looking for. I've decided not to do any more cleaning, organizing videos because it didn't seem like too many people were even viewing it when I put it out. So I'm changing that up a little bit, and we'll see what comes from that. So I know today I went to a pantry, which you'll be seeing pretty soon, and next week I have a mobile pantry to go to. So I should have pantry videos for a while now. But anyway, I hope you have a nice weekend. Be well, be blessed, and know you're taken care of. Bye now.